First on Cup Day. Racing now, slow to go, Prince of Surrey from the inside, lost a couple of lengths. Sassafras and Miss Magenta both began quickly with Rapt Ego. Yarraman is away nicely too, and Ronald's Regret is dropping out to the rear after the start. When they balance up, the two favourites share the lead. Miss Magenta on the outside, in the centre Sassafras, and now Prince of Surrey scurrying through along the inside after dwelling at the start. Rapt Ego is running fourth, followed by Marjar Gold. Just behind them is Yarraman over on the inside, and then Brape, and 4 or 5 lengths further back is Ron's Regret. Up to the corner they run now, and the favourite having no luck, caught out 3 wide, Miss Magenta. Prince of Surrey the leader here from Sassafras, and Miss Magenta making a line of 3 again on the outside. They're clear of Yarraman and then Rapt Ego. 200 metres to go now. Browl pulled the whip on Miss Magenta. Sassafras still on turns without a. Rapt Ego's past them both. Rapt Ego from the Sweeney stable swept to the lead at the 100 metre mark from Sassafras. Yarraman running on well from Prince Magenta, but getting close to the line though, and Rapt Ego is drawing away to an easy win, and Rapt Ego wins by a length to Sassafras. Third in the race then is Yarraman, followed home by Miss Magenta. Then came Brape, followed by Prince of Surrey. A long way back, Ron's Regret, and last in is Marja Gold. Well, Rapt Ego has blown over the favourites here. Number 8, Rapt Ego, ridden by Michael Johnson, the winner, swept past the two favourites and one running away. By Prego out of Rap 2, a 3-year-old bay filly, trained by Ken Sweeney for D. Robinson, M. Reeve, D. Lang, S. Caruana, D.U. and L.R. Wheeler. And Rapt Ego has won very stylishly in race number 1. There's the number going into the frame now. Number 8, Rapt Ego is first. You'll find that Sassafras, number 6, has comfortably held down second slot, ridden by Jason Baldock. And Yarraman, number 1, will be third. When the judge examines the print, I think there's a photo for second and third between Yarraman and Sassafras. Fourth home, the favourite, Miss Magenta. So it's 8 in a photo here after race 1. Side of Bures and 2 lengths to Padrian at the rear, about 8 lengths from the lead. Travelling along the Dallinger roadside now, and the local horse Lamotta goes to the lead. About a length to My Ode, who's keen to race on the outside. 1 length further back to Prince Murad, travelling nicely on the rails. Outside it is Windmill Bull, pulling very hard. He's giving the rider a difficult time there, Windmill Bill. A length and a half further back over on the inside is Bures, being passed by Negative Pledge, and Padrian is lobbing along at the rear, still 8 lengths from the lead. At the corner by the 1,000 metre mark now, still Lamotta led by a length. My Ode second on the outside, and tucked in on the rails Prince Murad the grey third. 3/4 of a length to Windmill Bill, settling a little bit better. Negative Pledge taking off around the outside now, starting a run a long way from home. 2.5 lengths to Bures, and Padrian last moving up on its outside. At the 600 metre mark they race now, and the pressure on. My Ode went to the front from Lamotta, not much between them. About a length and a half into Windmill Bill, hard ridden. Negative Pledge's run was short-lived, it's dropping off already. Prince Murad travelling well on the rails, needs to get a run. Padrian coming to the outside, and Bures is last. Entering the straight, Lamotta still in front from My Ode under pressure. There's a run out now for Prince Murad if it's good enough, and further back in the race Windmill Bill. 200 to go, Lamotta finding a bit, still about a neck in front. Hard at it on the outside, Prince Murad is wearing it down. Now Prince Murad puts its head in front of Lamotta. They've got the race themselves. Prince Murad starting to do better now though, and is drawing clear in the closing stages, and Prince Murad wins by nearly a length on the line to Lamotta. Close for third might be My Ode, just in front of Windmill Bill. Padrian's just behind them, followed by Bures, and the last one to pull up in the race is Negative Pledge.
310 and 190 the pay for number 2, Prince Murad, under heavy riding from Brian Johns. Lamotta pays $3. Photo for third, My Ode, perhaps just in front of Windmill Bill. If number 9 gets it, place pay will be $8.90. 2 minutes to Warragul. We'll head back to Bedok.
Rider on Ravaco settling in the stalls. They're racing. Apollo Express landed a length in front at the start, and Roll On By and Bisca Rhythm were both away nicely. Blazing Pursuit caught very wide around the outside of Dorsal, and they've dropped off Ravaco and Atlantic Comet. When they settle into stride now, Apollo Express keen to race, led by about a length to Bisca Rhythm second, and settling third on the rails is Dorsal. A length and a half to Roll On By as they travel quickly. 1.5 to Blazing Pursuit, 2 lengths to Ravaco, and 2 lengths to Atlantic Comet, 12 lengths from the lead. At the corner by the 1,000 metre mark now, and the Corowa Galloper in front. Apollo Express led by about 3/4 of a length to Bisca Rhythm, getting up closer to it. They're 4 or 5 lengths in front now from Dorsal. A length or so to Roll On By, urge forward. 2 or 3 lengths then to Blazing Pursuit. A length and a half to Ravaco, and 2 lengths to Atlantic Comet, patiently ridden up the rear. Apollo Express the leader past the 600 metre mark. Still about a length to Bisca Rhythm, who's now being urged along by Hutchinson. Dorsal is closing on the pair of them now. It's only a couple of lengths behind them. 3 or 4 lengths to Roll On By under pressure, and then Ravaco. At the top of the straight now, Apollo Express is still the leader. Bisca Rhythm under pressure, trying hard to pick it up, and Dorsal being called on for its effort, but still Apollo Express defies them at the 200 metre mark. Bisca Rhythm and Dorsal are both trying hard and are now closing on Apollo Express. Apollo Express in front. Dorsal and Bisca Rhythm are getting to it, the three of them in line. Dorsal just in front near the line from Bisca Rhythm and Apollo Express, and I'd say Dorsal's one of the nose. I think Dorsal and nose, a toss-up between Apollo Express and Bisca Rhythm for third. Not much between them. Fourth some distance back, Atlantic Comet from Roll On By, then Blazing Pursuit, and last in Ravaco. A great battle between these three. They've gone stride for stride to the line, but I think Dorsal on the outside has just done a fraction better. Apollo Express has fought back very well in the centre, and Bisca Rhythm kept poking his head through in the middle, and the three of them have gone stride for the last 20 or 30 metres. And it's an exciting finish here to race number 3 between Dorsal on the outside, Apollo Express on the rails, and Bisca Rhythm in the middle. And it's a three-way split on the line, with Dorsal on the outside, Apollo Express on the rails, and Bisca Rhythm in the middle. And I'm leaning to Barbara Joseph's horse, Dorsal on the outside, to get the photo. And the time for the race is hard to tell from that. I'll wait for the time to be sent through to us. The machine has fouled up there. So it's a three-way photo, and number 2 gets the money, Dorsal. Number 2, Dorsal on the outside, ridden by John Scourse, the winner. Number 2, Dorsal, John Scourse, the winner. Trained by Barbara Joseph, by Zedative out of L'Aquila. A 5-year-old bay gelding, gets the prize. Second placing goes to number 3, Apollo Express, ridden by Alan Abrahams, Courageous in Defeat. And third home is number 5, Bisca Rhythm, ridden by Peter Hutchinson. 2, 3 and 5 after an exciting race number 3, the Eden on the Park handicap. 2, 3 and 5 are the numbers.
Okay, thanks.
Favourite goes Acanthos. Racing now. A pretty good start too, in fact near enough perfect. Brilliant Edition began well with Warren Lou. Prince of Dad's going quickly. Cockspur whipping across from a wide gate. Just behind them when they settled down then there's Go Zacanthos. Roan Idled out wide with Prince Bard. Crystal Wildwood is back on the rails. Digby is out wide. Then follows Beau Rancho, followed a good way back by Just Benjamin. Garden Terrace second last, and Wakansu last. As they travel over the back now, the field's stringing out, and Prince of Dad leads by 2.5 lengths. Cockspur got over from a wide barrier to be second. Brilliant Edition is third. Outside of it is Prince Bard, and 3 wide Roan Idle, length and a half to Warren Lou, 1.5 to Go Zacanthos, followed by Digby, a length to Crystal Wildwood, a length further back to Just Benjamin, followed by Garden Terrace, Beau Rancho, and Wakansu starting a run out 3 horses wide. Travelling past the 800 metre mark now, Prince of Dad's giving them plenty to chase, led by 2.5 lengths here to Cockspur, a length and a half further back Prince Bard, moving up stylishly on the outside of Brilliant Edition. Warren Lou is hard ridden on the rails from Roan Idle, then Digby. Go Zacanthos is hard at it, a long way back Crystal Wildwood, followed by Wakansu, then Just Benjamin, Garden Terrace a mile back, and Beau Rancho last. Up to the corner, Prince of Dad's the leader on the bend from Cockspur, going up to tackle it on the outside. They're clear of Brilliant Edition, then Prince Bard, who's now under pressure, and Garden Terrace from a long way back. Cockspur reached the lead at the 200 metre mark, beat off Prince of Dad's. They're clear of Brilliant Edition. Garden Terrace starting to run on pretty well now from Warren Lou at the 150 metre mark, though it's all Cockspur. It's raced right away, getting tired. Prince of Dad's running on Garden Terrace, and on the outside Warren Lou, but Cockspur is too good, and Cockspur gets the money. Second probably on the inside, Prince of Dad's lasted from Warren Lou and Garden Terrace. Further back in the race then Go Zacanthos, Wakansu, Brilliant Edition, Crystal Wildwood, then Prince Bard, Beau Rancho, Roan Idle long way back, and one of the last to pull up is Digby.
$9.90 and $2.90 the interims for Cockspur's win. $5.10 for Prince of Dad's, and Warraluna $2.10. Brian Johns, the winning rider there. And the favourites finished up in third spot. Tote favourite, that is.
He began quickly with Imperial Peter. Cocklebitty Kid is away quickly. Bow Vale is showing good speed, and so is Harry's Creek Road. Sunjammer just behind them when they settled from robbing. Wave Star on the rails, then Zacanthos Girl. Further back now, Cocklebitty Kid getting back through the field. A couple of things then to Top Agent over on the inside. Outside of it, Oh Me Oh My. Then came Just Andre, Fair Warning, and Hooligan's Creek last. They're strung out of the 1,000 metre mark. Sino Dynasty just in front of Bow Vale, and Harry's Creek Road caught 3 wide. I Like Mangoes is running fourth, and wide behind them from Imperial Peter. Then came Sun Jammer, followed by Robbing Out off the track. A length and a half to Wave Star, 1 to Zacanthos Girl, 2 to Cocklebilly Kid. Then O'Meo Mine, followed by Fair Warning. A mile back, Just Andre, Top Agent, and last Hooligan's Creek as they come to the bend. And the leader is Sino Dynasty on the inside from Harry's Creek Road, serving it up to it on the outside. Out 3 wide as Bow Vale, 4 wide I Like Mangoes, 5 wide as Robbing. Imperial Peter getting a run out on the rails just behind them, and then Cocklebilly Kid and Sun Jammer. Sino Dynasty in front below the 200 metre mark from Bow Vale. Here's Little Wave Star bullocking through in the middle, and Imperial Peter, and right down the outside is Sun Jammer. It's Sino Dynasty in front, so down the outside Zacanthos Girl is starting to rattle home from the back. She's steaming home, Zacanthos Girl, and she's got them. Zacanthos Girl goes the front end. Zacanthos Girl has won it. Second is Bow Vale. Maybe Hooligan's Creek might have been third, ahead of Wave Star, Top Agent, Imperial Peter. Just behind them came Sun Jammer. Further back was Robbing, followed in then by Just Andre. Then Cocklebilly Kid, a long way back, I Like Mangoes. Harry's Creek Road, Oh Me Oh My, and last in is Fair Warning.
Placing 16, 8 and 10, Alan Abraham's the winning rider. Zacanthos Girl 10.50 and 3.30. It came from well back to beat Bow Vale, 3.70, and Hooligan's Creek $10.30. War Eagles due to go in a couple of minutes from now. In the meantime, let's take you back to Bow Desert. They swing for home. Alan Thomas, quite a sensational finish here.
Well, we'll just have to from last on the home bend. 1-3-2 official race number 5.
OK, thanks, AT. Counting down to the feature from Albury, the Gold Cup. Tip here is Isinglass at $3.20, $7.90 for Sir Knight, $8.50. Jamestown, $4.80 for Baby Bomber. He's a good bloke. $16, $9.80 for Lady Peregrine. Prince Magic Eye, 24. Centrix at 28. Boot Scootin', $53. And a check over from there. Big odds, Highview Lad, 156. Slacken Up, 83. Philandra, $39. 34 the Reveille, and Iron Will Lady at $180 for each dollar on the New South Wales TAB. At Mount Gambier, Proud Sun proved too strong in race number 5, and it was successful. $5.50 and $2.90. Richard Stocker, the winning rider. True Blue, $2.90. Natural Aspect, no third. 2, 1 and 3. The Quinella, $24.90, and the Trifecta, $141.10. Update at Warrigal, Small Field, Tabuli, 52. 19, Advise Me, 19, Franco's Promise. Jumping Jack Flash, 11, and So He Does. Well, he won't return much, but he's paying a whole dollar. Good overs in Queensland, 175. So He Does the tip, 6 to beat 5 and 4. Chris Alford shooting for 3 wins on the day, if successful, with the raging hot favourite, So He Does. And he does, as we're joining Albury's caller Jeff O'Brien for his call of the Gold Cup for 1997.
Yes, runners getting set here for the Albury Gold Cup, and the starter coming around to his platform. So they must be nearly ready. We can't see all of the gates here. We can see about the first 8. They must be nearly ready because the starter, Pat Wiles, is around on his platform. So they can't be far off a start now in the Cup. Boot Scootin' down in 1, Isinglass the favourite, well drawn in 2. Slacken Up, the Big Chestnut in 3. Jamestown standing up well in 4. Iron Will Lady is ready. Prince Magic Eye makes a good line. There's the light. Racing in the Cooper Tools Gold Cup, and they came away on a good line too. A little out the back after the start, Highview Lad, and the first to bounce out was Slacken Up with Boot Scootin'. Prince Magic Eye is going for the lead, and Baby Bomber coming across to go with him, settling behind them, and then on the inside, rather, He's a Good Bloke going to the lead. When they settle down, He's a Good Bloke, about a length and a half to Baby Bomber, a length or so to Slacken Up third, a length into Centrix on the outside, and Boot Scootin' on the rails, 1.5 further back to Prince Magic Eye from the Valley, a length further back in the field is Jamia, 1 then to Philandra, half a length to Isinglass on the rails, 2 lengths to Sir Knight, a half a length to Iron Will Lady, a length and a half further back Lady Peregrine, 1 to Jamestown, and a length to Highview Lad, and he must be 25 lengths from the lead as they head down the Dellinger roadside, and the pace is right on, and the leader is He's a Good Bloke, out 2 lengths in front. Baby Bomber is second, 4 lengths back to Slacken Up, 2.5 lengths to Centrix, a length to Boot Scootin', 1.5 to Ravelli, a half length Prince Magic Eye, a length to Jamia, 1 to Isinglass on the rails. Philandra is on the outside of it, a length and a half to Iron Will Lady, a half to Sir Knight, 2 lengths to Lady Peregrine, 2 lengths to Jamestown, and a length and a half to Highview Lad, and he's still 25 lengths from the leader. They're strung out at the 800 metre mark. They have been out and running, and the leader is going strongly here. It's He's a Good Bloke, about a length to Baby Bomber, who's had a nice cover behind him. 2 lengths further back to Slacken Up, Boot Scootin' under the whip. The Ravelli is next, Centrix is dropping off, Prince Magic Eye is next, Jamia taken to the outside, Isinglass improving along the rail. miles. Philandra taken to the outside and Lady Peregrine going with it, and then came Sir Knight. Into the straight now, 400 to go, and the local horse Baby Bomber zoomed to the lead. It's Baby Bomber broke away 2 or 3 lengths in front of Slacken Up. Then came the Ravelli, followed by Prince Magic Eye and Lady Peregrine, and there's no sign of Eyes in Glass, but it's all Baby Bomber. Davy O'Prey looks to have the cup parcelled up. He's 3 lengths in front. The Ravelli second from Prince Magic Eye running on, but Baby Bomber, beautifully ridden by Peter Hutchin, will steam home in the cup. Baby Bomber is first, a local win. Prince Magic Eye second, Ravelli is third. 4th Lady Peregrine, 5th Sir Knight, 6th Slacken Up. Then Philandra, followed by Iron Wheel Lady. Eyes and Glass didn't give a yelp. Then Centrix, followed by Jimea. Further back in the race then was He's a Good Bloke, got very tired from Highview Lad. Boot Scootin was second last, and last to pull up is Jamestown. Had a very popular win in the Albury Gold Cup to Walkie and O'Prey. What a double. Owner Mr. Mike Walk, trainer Davy O'Prey, I'm sure it'll give him his greatest thrill in racing. Davy O'Prey was a leading rider in the area, now turned trainer, and he's produced the Albury Cup winner for his best client, Mr. M. Walk. And Baby Bomber has done it, and done it in style. Number 8 was second, Prince Magic Eye, ridden by Matthew Carl. And third home is number 14, the Ravelli, ridden by M. Tarrant. Number 5, the winner, Baby Bomber, by Elzao out of Shasharad, a 5-year-old bay or brown gelding. Peter Hutchin rode the horse beautifully, always had the smother behind. He's a Good Bloke. Steamed to the lead before the turn, or at the top of the straight, and from there on it was a matter of how far he'd win by. 4th home in the race was number 7, Lady Peregrine, which would mean number 2, Sir Knight, would be 5th. And the time for the race, 1:59.3, is a new track record. 1:59.3 is the time, which is incredible time for the 2,000 metres. Last year, Barraquee broke the record at 1:59.4. This year, Baby Bomber has smashed it. So he's run 1:59.3, which is an incredible time for 2,000 metres. But Baby Bomber has run it, and he stands as the new record holder on the Albury tack. 1:59.3, incredible time. And number 5, Baby Bomber, taking out the cup over 8, Prince Magic Eye. And number 14, the Ravelli, ran a great race for third.
Sensational time with that track record, quite amazing. You look back to Damewin's performance, he couldn't crack 2 minutes for the 2,000 metres in the Group 1 McKinnon Stakes, but Baby Bomber's cracked the 2 minutes over the 2,000 metres for the Albury Gold Cup. Mount Gambier's due in 5.
Big Agent's one of the favourites in the race. It's a very open race, really. Now, number 8's coming into favouritism. That's Ayers Girl, ran second at Corowa at its last start. Now, most of these are locked away. We're waiting on La Kingdom Star, Big Agent, Waterside Lass, Admiral Louise and Brave Patient. The others are safely locked away, but as you can see, it's a most open race. $5.90 is the favourite in the race for number 8, Ayers Girl, so that's how open the betting on it is. Master Joseph has shortened into $6.20. He runs very sparingly, but he has got the advantage of draw number 1 at the barrier here, which is a big help. Waterside Lass is a bit of a risky proposition at the start. She's a bit temperamental at the barrier, but she's got a lot of speed. Admiral Louise is another fast customer, trained by Richard Freyer. Now, Admiral Louise is coming forward. We're waiting on Brave Patient, Express the Best and Waterside Lass. Brave Patient about to come up now. He's usually well mannered, and Express the Best, and we're leaving Waterside Lass to last, knowing her past performances at the barrier. But Ayers Girl led most of the way at Corowa and was just beaten in the last couple of strides. So if the 1,000-metre trip trained on the track here, you would expect her to run a big race, Ayers Girl. And Master Joseph looks nice and fit, even though it's, as I say, very sparingly raced. Now, Waterside Lass is coming up. She'll be the last one, providing she behaves herself and comes up in the desired manner, which she seems to be doing. Oh no, there she rears up, Waterside Lass. She came forward. Express the Best hasn't gone in either, so they're both out, Waterside Lass and Express the Best. The time is hard to believe in the previous race, 1:59.3, but they did jump and run. They just never ever slackened for a stride. They just kept running. So when they're strung out over that, you have to think it can't be too far out, but compared to times on metropolitan tracks, it is an incredible time. Anyhow, it is electronically timed. It's not timed by hand. Now, Brave Patient is getting set, and I'd say she's gone up now, Waterside Lass. Yes, she's ready. And the rider's hopped off Express the Best. So it'll be led up riderless, Express the Best. drawn out on the right on the outside. And Brave Patient still hasn't come forward. Express the Best is coming up riderless, and Brave Patient. So they're the last ones. Waterside Lass are standing quietly enough in the gates. Big field again as Brave Patient, the Wangaratta Galloper, starts to come forward. And we should soon have them ready now for this 7th and second last race on Cup Day. Win of the Baby Bomber was just such a wonderful triumph for Mick Walk, who's been a local owner. And the highlight of his life, obviously, is to win this race today. He's been racing horses in the area for many years, and he's one of the best supporters of David O'Prey. In fact, he does own the premises that David trades out of here in Albury. So it was just a wonderful local combination, and they really have got a lot of public support, those two guys. Davey O'Prey celebrating his 30th birthday. Now the lights are on, and away they go now. Waterside Lass from the outside was the first to go, with Codalia beginning very quickly. Nearer to the inside, Ayers Girl is showing good speed, and Big Agent is away with them too. So it's a charging field when they settle down. Codalia in front of Waterside Lass. Admiral Louise out wide, a Big Agent in that group with Our Kingdom Star. Wide on the track then is Express the Best, and back along the rails, Ayers Girl. A couple of things further back then came Patronage, followed on the inside by Kaya Bay, and then came Blazing Vision, Hogan's Hero. Master Joseph is a mile back from Pirate Pete. Donna's Design is second last, and last is Years Ahead. On the home corner, Admiral Louise and Waterside Lass straightened up in front now from Codalia. Big Agent is starting to come down the outside. Ayers Girl is under pressure, and then La Kingdom Star. Admiral Louise in front of the 200-metre mark from Waterside Lass. Ayers Girl is starting to pick them up. Codalia is fighting back well on the rails, and Master Joseph is trying to thread its way through. Ayers Girl went up on the outside and put its head in front of Codalia. Master Joseph is diving late, but Ayers Girl in front near the line, and Ayers Girl's won it. Ayers Girl has won it from Master Joseph. Close for third, Admiral Louise and Codalia. La Kingdom Star are out wide.
They're about to work into the straight now, and Public Electors wins Adam in the death, and leaders back Mary.
Up in the leading group. Sale Street on the inside is just the leader when they settle down. Ben Warren is in the middle, and very wide is Property. Then just behind them is He'll Be Back from Radio Gaga. Don't Tell Laurie on the rails, and they were followed then by Bind back on the rails. A length and a half further back to Kellen Rose, and back at the rear is Paxala as they come to the home corner. Sale leads them into the straight. A battle. Sale Street leads into the straight. Slipped away a couple of lengths in front here from He'll Be Back giving chase. Don't Tell Laurie is gone. Bind Can't Go On. Then Papa 2 followed further back in the race by Ben Warren, and Property Can't Win. But Sale Street's got a big lead at the 200-metre mark. Papa 2 getting into second placing and giving chase, and then He'll Be Back and Bind. Sale Street going strongly though in the closing stages. Has got a commanding break, and Sale Street all the way from Kerrang wins the last race. Papa 2 is second, and Bind has run third. Fourth home then was Kellen Rose, followed by He'll Be Back, Property, then Radio Gaga, Don't Tell Laurie, Paxala, and last in Ben Warren.
On Gold Cup Day, Colin Browell, the winning rider of the last. Sale Street, $8.40 and $1.90. Number 4, second, Papa 2, $2.10. $1.70 for number 5, Bind, which started second favourite on the tote. The tote favourite unplaced was Property for the last of the day from Albury. Sale Street by Jukebox from Countess Cunha, trained at Kerrang in the Williams stable. The second 3 starts back was its most successful run of late, but from barrier to box, barrier number 1 proved too strong. Of course, just repeating earlier on, the Cup went to Baby Bomber in track record time, 1:59.3, which is unheard of for the 2,000 metres. Warrigal's due in 2 minutes. Gaza hat-trick 5s, 8.90.